There are many different ways to intimidate people. You can do it by being very loud, or physically intimidating, for example. However, there is one type of person that intimidates others in an interesting way: the Sigma male. These men have been labeled as Sigma because they are more likely to use their brains than brawn when interacting with other people. They may not show up on lists of popular people in the world, but these guys know how to get what they want out of life, without necessarily resorting to violence. They actually use knowledge and the way they communicate with others in order to intimidate them. Intimidating people is usually the furthest thing from their mind, but they do it anyway. Sigma males won't usually set out to intimidate another person. That said, they do have a way of making people feel intimidated without even trying. To understand why, you first have to consider how other types of men behave, namely alpha males and beta males. Alpha males will always be proactive about their dominance, which means they will seek opportunities to show everyone around them who is in charge. Beta males are generally more passive, so they will often allow someone else to hold power over them instead of asserting themselves as individuals capable of being leaders too. Because Sigma males are likely not focused on being intimidating figures, it can come off as particularly jarring for some people when they begin to question the system. Intimidation doesn't always come in the form of a physical threat. Oftentimes, it comes from someone's ability to understand social dynamics and how they work at a very deep level. Sigma males know this, which means they also know how to use it against other people in order to get what they want. They may not be physically imposing or loud like some other types of men, but their knowledge makes them equally or even more intimidating than other individuals. In fact, you don't really see their full potential for intimidation because it's not displayed in the same way. So let's see 7 ways Sigma males intimidate people. 1. They intimidate people with their desire for privacy. Don't expect a Sigma male to tell you anything about his personal life if you don't already know it by default. When someone asks him about his or her own life, he'll either talk about it in vague terms or avoid talking about it altogether. Sigma males intimidate people with their need to be secretive, which means that you'll never know everything about them. They know that popularity is a sign of weakness. Sigma men don't really care about being popular with other people, which intimidates those men and women who put so much value on being well-liked within their communities. When it comes to making big decisions, they are not going to take into account how popular that particular decision is. 2. They intimidate people with their mystery. Sigma males are often seen as being more of an enigma than anything else, which intimidates other people that don't understand them or their intentions in life. This is one way that these guys can maintain power over others, without even having to do anything to get it in the first place. People often want to test a Sigma male in order to find out what kind of person they are, and whether or not they can be trusted. The problem is that these guys aren't likely to give in to people's requests for them. They'll always do their own thing without getting directly involved with other people, which intimidates those who don't want to do anything without being told what to do. Sigma men anticipate the questions people have for them, which intimidates others. 3. They intimidate people with their confidence. Sigma males are confident in themselves, and that often makes other people feel inferior to them. This can sometimes be seen as an advantage by these men, but it can also work against them when they are trying to deal with other types of guys. Their confidence can help them in some ways, but it can hurt them when they are trying to make friends. If you are someone who would like to intimidate people like the Sigma males do, then you'll want to start by thinking about specific pieces of information that would be helpful for intimidating others. You may not need specific pieces of information, but it's a way to get your brain going when you are trying to intimidate people. 4. They intimidate people because they aren't afraid to disagree with them. Sigma males often don't mind differing opinions about certain things, which intimidates those around them that may not like to see such a great divide on some of their ideas. Having good communication is important for any type of relationship, and the fact that these guys aren't afraid to disagree intimidates other people. This is especially true if they see that other people don't like it. They are smart people who know how to use their words well. You may not understand exactly what they are talking about, but it will be intimidating until you do. People who are on the opposite end of the opinion spectrum as a Sigma may feel intimidated by them. They might know that they can't win an argument with someone like that, or even defend their ideas against such a logical person. 5. They know how to be extremely persistent when they want something. People who are seen as Sigma males are known to have no problem being very persistent when it comes to getting what they want out of life. This can be particularly intimidating for some people who struggle with making lots of effort in the world, or simply have trouble seeing past their own nose. These men can be seen as intimidating, particularly if they are interested in something that you have. These men are often very intelligent, and they usually know how to use their intelligence. They can be intimidating because not everyone knows how to challenge them when it comes to the world of ideas. Sometimes people are intimidated by things that are outside of their realm of understanding, simply because they don't feel like they have the tools necessary to understand the situation. 6. They intimidate with their independence. Sigma men are often seen as being free-spirited, which intimidates other people that may feel like they will never be able to do or accomplish half of what these men have done in their lives. This is a good display of how power can also be used as a tool to intimidate other individuals. Their independence intimidates others because it makes many people wonder how these men are able to live their lives without anyone else. People wonder if they were ever able to accomplish something themselves, or if they could ever do so in the future, without having someone else there by their side. This is a very toxic mindset that can tend to create an overwhelming sense of dependency on other people, to provide them with the lifestyle they are used to. They are able to intimidate others by not needing or relying on anyone else in order for them to get by. 7. They know how and when to use humor to intimidate people. The Sigma male has a reputation for using comedy in an interesting way. They are not the sort of person that will do stand-up or try and make people laugh. They are the type of person who will use their words to make light of a situation or joke to liven things up. A Sigma man who is very witty and good with words may find that he uses humor when in an argument or debate. This can be used to great effect if the right moment comes along, because it prevents tension from building up and you could end up looking like a winner, without resorting to out-and-out aggression. Another angle that you can take with humor is to humiliate or insult your opponent in a veiled way. While the Sigma male may not be good with outright insults, he can use his words in another way. Instead of saying your argument is weak, you could say something like, well, if it's that simple, there must be no need for debate. Humor can be used to great effect in teasing and putting other people down. The Sigma male is often very good at noticing the points where other people are sensitive, and he can use this information to his advantage further down the line. He will be able to use wit and cutting phrases in order to get a point across, and he may find that it hits home very well.